President Trump is not happy about Canada. Rob, if you want to pull this up. So President Trump tweets about Ronald Reagan Foundation finding out that Canada has fraudulently used an advertisement, which is fake, featuring Ronald Reagan speaking negatively about tariffs. The ad was for $75,000. They only did this to interfere with the decision of the U.S. Supreme Court and the other courts. Tariffs are very important to the national security and the economy of U.S. Based on their egregious behavior, all trade negotiations with Canada are hereby terminated. Thank you for this attention to the matter, President Donald J. Trump. Tom, thoughts on this?
Well, back in the day, Reagan was a free market thinker, and he made comments about tariffs. Now, but you got to go look at what is happening right now. I sum it up this way, and this is my opinion, my assessment. Reagan was talking about punching first with tariffs.
Can we do this? Can we play the clip? And then I want you to talk about this. Here's a clip, folks. This is the one that Tom is talking about. Go ahead.
When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. Throughout the world, there's a growing realization that the way to prosperity for all nations is rejecting protectionist legislation and promoting fair and free competition.
Protectionist.
America's jobs and growth are at stake.
Okay, so that's what President Trump doesn't like. Go ahead, Tom.
So listen to what Reagan was saying. People have an idea to protect, and that leads to retaliation, and it leads to trade wars. So what Reagan was talking about is you need to get yourself competitive, and you have to be ready for a global economy. That's what Reagan was saying. Very clearly, he was saying, don't punch first with protectionist tariffs. But what is Trump doing? Canada seems to have a short memory on this. Trump is punching back against companies that have had tariffs and restrictions on the United States for years, decades. And so I think you have to look at both sides of it that way, Pat. That's what I think. You know, hard to pick on Trump when he is punching back and trying to level the playing field. You don't hear Trump using the word protection. You hear Trump using the word unfair. It's been unfair for too long. And I'm behind Trump on this one. And I think that this spin that being put on there, look, Doug Ford came out and said things. You've got people in Canada saying things. They're trying to get through, you know, the Trump years and get to the other side. And this was a Bush League move.
Adam,
and I
thoughts?
love the fact that he hit back so hard.
Well, this is sort of just par for the course of what's going on in Canada. If we like pan out a little bit, to me, California and Canada are very similar. They're these big, massive pieces of land that could be beautiful, could be great, but they're crumbling and falling apart. How often do we hear about California or what's going on in commie-like Canada? I did a podcast. I think, Vinny, you did a podcast with our friend Matthew the other day. And I said, everyone I talk to in Canada is trying to move to Florida. Everybody. Like, every single person. I said, do me a favor. Sell me on coming to Canada. Because I could sell you on coming to Florida. Tax haven, amazing weather, great people, free markets, low taxes, the whole deal. I go, sell me on coming to Canada. And he goes, well, it's going to be tough to sell you on Canada because we have the following issues and economic and wokeness. And he starts going down the list. 15 minutes later, he's bashing Canada. I go, dude, let me stop you. I asked you to sell me on Canada. He goes, yeah, I just can't. And what's happening in Canada over the last decade, it's downstream from some of the policies that Trudeau basically implemented and now being sort of reinvigorated by this Carney guy, but no bueno what's going on in Canada.
And apparently, Pat, the Reagan Foundation or the family, they're going to be looking into hopefully going after them because they used the video in a manner that wasn't what he actually said. But what they're trying to do, they're basically trying to discredit Trump and what he's doing with the policy. The foundation, like I said, I think, Rob, did the foundation say that they're going to go after him? It's like your neighbor is lying to your face. You don't renegotiate. You close the gate. Good for them, Tom.
Reagan Foundation issued a statement saying the ad misrepresents Reagan's remarks and claims that Ontario's government did not seek nor receive permission to use and edit the remarks.
Bingo. Like, okay, you want to play games? That's how we're going to play.
By the way, I actually like the fact that Reagan Foundation is aligned with President Trump, and there is none of this rhino, because there's different factions right now in the party. I am so glad they are aligned on this thing together and going up against them. And by the way, the one thing I voted, one of my top 3 issues with the president was tariffs. And I'm glad he's doing it, and I hope he comes through with it, and I hope they let him do what he's trying to do with tariffs. Other countries can tax us, but we can't do that to them. Wait a minute, how does that work? So the rules and regulations is let other people punish Americans, but not the other way around for us. You want to do business? We have the best customers in the world. You don't.
That's true.
The best customers in the world are in America. You want to do business with us. So if you want to do business with us, here's what you have to do in return. Very common sense stuff for me. I'm excited for 2026. I think 2026 is going to be the greatest year of my lifetime in America. America's turning 250. World Cup's coming here. President Trump's turning 80. We're going to have multiple times rates going lower. I think the IPO market's going to open up. And Vinny and I, we were out there. I was looking at Vinny outside yesterday. I don't know what was going on. So I'm walking outside. Vinny's looking at the sky. I'm like, Vinny, what are you doing? Obviously, we have 11 acres of land we own right on the airport. So I was concerned. I walked up. Watch what Vinny was doing in this video. Go ahead, Rob. Great pose.
Come on.
Hey, Vinny.
What's up, Pat?
What are you doing?
Waiting.
Waiting for what?
Business plan.
You come from Sky.
That's what people told me. It works
That's not how it works.
Work for Newton.
That's not how it works. On December 12th, I host an event called the Business Planning Workshop, where we go through this entire manual together on how to write a business plan based on 12 building blocks.
Okay.
All you have to do is click on a link below.
Okay.
Get registered. December 12th, we'll be together all day.
All right, so can we go eat right now? Because I've been here for
let's
4
go.
hours waiting like
for
an
the
idiot.
sky. So
idiot.
if you're like Vinny waiting for a business plan to fall from sky,
Still waiting.
Don't do that. December 12th, come join myself and tens of thousands of people together that will be going through exactly the way I write the business plan based on 12 building blocks. If you haven't yet registered, click on a link below, Rob. If you can give them you can find out whatever ticket you want to go with. You can zoom in, not show your face. You can zoom in, be with everybody else. Thousands of other people will see your face, and I'll be able to interact with you. Or you can be there live with us and call and find out more about that. But at the lowest one, you can get registered for $297 full day, and you'll get a 200-page workbook. Click on a link below. Get yourself, your wife, your friends, family, salespeople, executive team. Watch this business plan workshop together, assemble to a Rob. Let's please put the link below for that. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.